Hello, and welcome back to some Make and Break. I watched over a couple of my VODs, and I realized I do the exact same intro every single stream. Probably not going to stop. Probably not going to change that fact. Hello, welcome back. I am here today to make some frog fountains. Super simple, super easy. Probably not going to be super simple. I'm probably going to struggle with it because I'm not very good at organic forms. But that's why we're here. Ideally, I'm going to make the form, and then I'm going to add a little bit of an armature to it and make it, structured, and we'll be good to go. So yeah, I'm just going to jump straight into it. Let me throw on some music. I'm hoping everyone can hear my music today, because if not, that means I probably have to restart my stream. But I double-checked some settings, and I think I got it working now. I think I know what was happening. What the heck was that? So anyway, hello, welcome. So we're just gonna start by making some frogs. Really nice, really simple, little frogs. We want like minimum geometry on these frogs as well. So let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna get started. We're gonna do a little bit of a cube. Oh, that's why it looks like that. I was thinking we were seeing something a little weird. Okay, so what is a frog? A frog is just a couple of pieces. Frogs are like this, and they're just 3 pieces. So I see like we got 2, and I'm gonna take both of these and pull them up just a little bit, and there's one more right on the back, and that's the butt. Right, that's a frog. Now, there's these little divots on its back. I don't know if every frog even has these divots, so I think I'm gonna hold off on doing the divots for right now. We're just gonna focus on this part of the frog. And then there's a head. And we'll do the head in a second. Okay, so. A frog. A frog is... Oh, I know Simo will kill me if I don't do this, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and mirror everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete all of these faces. And now we can grab it and add a little mirror modifier, and we'll be good to go. Perfect, nice and easy, and we're gonna go ahead and just keep it just like that. Merge, no problem. All right, we're good. So, we need some arms, we need some legs, and that's kind of the only thing we need to think about for the time being. So, let's pop both of these guys out. Getting the arm correct is definitely going to be the hardest part of this. So, I'm going to try and do something like this. We're going to pop the arm out. I'm going to skew it. We're going to skew it a lot. And I'm gonna pop it straight out. So we're gonna use global, and we're gonna go just based on Y. Right, so I can work off of this to make like a hand, right? We're gonna build an elbow and a joint and everything out of this. But that's the default shape. I suppose theoretically we should also probably put a loop cut in here. And everything except for that initial loop cut should be made like really small. So let's make all of that pretty small. Actually, you know what? Instead of doing it that way, let me try, because I think we can do it a little bit better if I just go shrink flatten. Yeah, much better. Much better idea. So I can do it like that, and then I can scale it down. And that is sort of a frog's little joint there. We're going to work it all out. It's going to show up in the end. Don't worry. Frogs have weird bodies, man. I've never thought about how a frog looks until this very moment. They are not normal-looking creatures. Sorry to all the frog lovers out there. I don't mean that as like hate towards frogs, but they just look super weird. You know what? We don't need these guys. Get rid of those. Okay, perfect. So now we're back, and now I can scoot all of this back. That's a frog's body. Okay, so I've been thinking, like, if I'm gonna make an armature for this, how in the heck am I going to put this leg, like, bent like this? That's something I'm thinking about. I'm not sure yet. Let's go ahead and throw on one of these guys. We're gonna make another little joint for him. And we're gonna just peel that on down. Bring it in. And now I gotta make this thing work. So, thinking off the top of my head, we're gonna want like a full joint here. Like that. And if I smooth out that border, we should be all right, I think. It's actually pretty thick. I think we're gonna want it thicker than that. Let's go ahead and shrink fatten that. A little bit bigger. Joe, behold all my art powers, fear me, foolish mortals. Joe, I'm very surprised, honestly. You know what? You have the honorary ability now to be in the 3D chat. You know, you did your role request. You managed it. How long did it take you? I gotta know the details now. What was it like? Did you enjoy it? Was it suffering? 2.5 hours or so? Okay, it's not bad. It's basically as long as I streamed. You gonna do more 3D modeling in the future, or are you officially retired? I was fueled by spite, so it was fine. Who are you spiting? Me? I love that. Yes, you. Good. You know what? I don't know what good 3D modeling is going to do for you. But if it's good, then good. Simo! Hello, everyone's here. Hey, quick note. While I have you guys, before Joe goes on a rant about how he hates me or whatever, do you guys hear the music? Is there music? Please say that there's music. There's music! Excellent. Okay, so yesterday I had to stop streaming because the music was a problem, which was very frustrating. And so I finished stream and I just sat and like worked on my music for a little bit, or my my sound. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I double checked the VODs. There's no music in the VODs. Like, the VODs are screwed up. There's no music in them. Which is fine. I can underlay music or whatever I'm going to do for the YouTube video. I don't know. I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. So I started Streamlabs up again, and I'm like, I'm going to try doing new recordings, because I know recordings are the same as what you're hearing audio-wise, based on my report or whatever. And so I start up Streamlabs, and I start doing a little recording, and it works instantly. And I'm like, okay, I didn't change any settings, I didn't do anything, and it just worked. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna turn off Streamlabs. So I cut Streamlabs, turned it back on, the music worked. I turned it off, I turned it back on, the music didn't work. Then I turned it off, turned it back on, the music worked. I turned it off, turned it back on, the music didn't work. So when I randomly start Streamlabs, it just decides if it wants audio that day or not. My computer didn't restart, no settings changed, I didn't do any window settings, nothing. I just opened Streamlabs, pressed record, closed Streamlabs, open Streamlabs, press record, close Streamlabs, and I got different results every time. I don't know why. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I think we're good for today. I think we're set. We don't need to worry about today, but I think every time I stream, until I can figure out why it's doing that, I have to do like a pre-show where I double check my audio, which is a real shame. Anyway, that's all the technical boring stuff out of the way. Now let's talk about technical boring stuff. Joe, why did you make a donut? We gotta know. I'm gonna interview you here. Spite. What are you being spiteful for? What's spite? What happened to you? Joe, honestly, Joe is not getting enough attention for me. I haven't been giving Joe the love that I normally give him. I think that's exactly what it is. So he's lashing out. Joe wants all the love. Well, Joe, when you make a 3D model, and so I did it. You did make a 3D model. That's true. I'm very proud of you, honestly. I don't know if pride is exactly the feeling that you're going for, but I am proud of you. It's a good donut. And I'm gonna honor it by giving you the 3D title on Discord. You're gonna be a 3D man from now on. So, I hope it's worth the curse that you've incurred. Alright, so I have a frog, right? I'm a little bit worried about how this frog's gonna turn out, but just to be absolutely practical with this, I'm gonna put on a subdivision. Oh, that's pretty good! It looks like a head crab. That's pretty solid. Cool. So I'm gonna want to probably splice a little bit of that. And then we're gonna X-ray it, and we're going to grab some peeps here. Welcome to the club, I guess. The enthusiasm. I love how enthusiastic everyone is about this. The I guess really sells it. I like the SEMO. I like the SEMO spelling a lot. That's a cool vibe. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pull all this down just a little bit. And we're going to take the center bit and pull that down a little bit more. And that, so far, is the beginning of a frog. We're going to have to make this elbow pretty drastic, I think. But, otherwise, I think we're looking pretty solid here. I'm not sure how I feel about the leg. I need the leg to be, like, thick. Like, really thick. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this leg. Like that. And then we want the back of it to pull really close. Hey, SEMO, what's your current project? What are you working on right now? You took some time off to hang out with your family. What's it now? What are you doing now? I feel like you're always up to something. I don't think you're the kind of person that would just hang out, you know? You're kind of always busy. That just looks so distorted and weird to me. Why is that so weird looking? A game? Wow. Yeah, why not make a game? What kind of game you want to make? Of course, you know, don't give away any intellectual property, anything you're not comfortable with, but like, what kind of game would you like to make? Because, man, I like love game dev so much. I love the process of games. I have so many opinions about games. Every time I play a game, I'm always like, wow, you know? I have such a deep admiration for it. Something fast. Okay, when you say fast, immediately I'm like, a racing game, but maybe that's not what you're going for? Okay, so that we're gonna pull back a little bit more. Or when you say fast, are you referring to how long you're gonna develop it? Because that would be a very fair thing to say. I'm going to get rid of this subdivision for just a sec. We're getting some really splicey looking renders real quick here. So we're going to go ahead and dissolve that edge. We're going to go ahead and skew this like that. Get that knee really far out there. We got a little guy hidden in here, so I'm going to pull him out. Something with cool movement like Apex, but platformer. Have you played Tribes Ascent? Because Tribes sounds like the game for you. Man, I used to play the heck out of Tribes. Tribes was like my main game before TF2 came around. And then TF2 took it. Never heard of it? Okay, so you're basically like... You have a jetpack. Sort of. You have like this movement device that you like run around with. And the whole point of the game is you can alter your gravity at any point. So you can hold down a button and you go really hard down if you're going down a slope and you gain speed. And you let go and you're light again and you go flying off. And it is a tournament shooter. So it's like Halo, but with like skiing. It's roller derby Halo is the way that I would describe it. It was very popular in a niche for a while, but I haven't heard anybody talk about it recently. It's very good though. It's one of the best games. Okay, so this frog is tough. My poor compy was dying when I tried to look at the render on stream. Oh no. Yeah, renders, there's a lot of little wisdom with renders. The game is called Tribes Ascend. I'm pretty sure the franchise is just called Tribes, but obviously if you Google that, you're gonna get all sorts of different stuff. So Tribes Ascend is the specific one that was like the most prominent in my opinion. Okay, the webbing is going to be really tough on this. Yeah, no problem at all. It sounds like exactly what you want, so there's no reason for me not to be suggesting that to you. This is going to cut all the way through the model? What? What the heck? No, I don't want that. Okay, we're gonna want to extrude this and then cut it in a bunch of parts. Would it be the worst thing in the world if I just grab this and do a double subdivide? And then I'm going to remove... but mostly the game will be a reason to make cool graphics. Of course, I mean, I don't know how you feel personally, but I, at this point in my life, am far more of a 3D modeler than I am a game dev. I'm getting there, right? I want to be a game dev, but like, 3D modeling is it for me. The first game that I'm making is all about graphics. And you're watching me make it right now. And it is what it is, I suppose. Look at this little... Okay, this looks like a frog now. Look at this guy. Cool. So we're going to go ahead and pull him forward and up and out just a little bit. You're going to be pulled up and forward and maybe just slightly out. And you're going to be pulled up and just a little out. Cool. So now we just need to take them and we need to make them like not look like this. The way that I'm going to do that is we're going to grab just individual lines and pull forward. Do you know of an indie game, Project Feline? It's kind of a parkour game. I've never heard of this. Project Feline. Look at him. Okay, so now instantly I get it, right? You look at this and I'm like, I know what I have to fix. There's a lot of little things I gotta fix, but we're gonna start by putting balls on the end of this guy. Because that is going to really sell the effect, I think. So I'm gonna grab each of those, grab each of these. We're going to slide them forward. Where am I looking? Edge slide. Just like that. Something says he needs a head. No. He doesn't need a head at all. Why would he need a head? He doesn't deserve a head. Honestly, he doesn't deserve rights. Alright, so if I'm pulling this guy way out... Oh wait, that looks terrible. Why does that look like that? Tell you what, we're gonna do one more loop cut on each of these. These loop cuts are looking pretty nasty. I'm gonna have to probably fix some of this up. He doesn't have his head in the game? Oh no. We got puns over here, folks. Fun pro gamer out here with the puns. How you doing, my man? Okay, so I think that looks a little weird. But it is what we want. So I'm gonna do it just like that, and we're gonna call it, and I'm gonna try and fix this a little bit as we go. So we're gonna go piece by piece. Piece by piece until we get exactly what we need. He looks like the aliens from, finished my stream a while ago. How'd stream go? What's your normal thing on stream? Do you play Uncharted on stream, or is that a YouTube only thing? I know some people like to separate their YouTube and stream content. I find that a little wild, because I don't have that much time in my life, but I know a lot of people do it. Okay, so we got pretty bad looking frog legs, all things considered. I'm gonna have to sit and really fix this. He looks so weird. He looks very strange. Uncharted is Twitch, then broken down on YouTube. I got to chapter 7 on number 4. Hell yeah, dude. Do you find that the people who are watching you are mostly there for Uncharted, or do you have like people that you're gonna convert over to like whatever game you play next? I know conversion's like the hardest thing in the world for Twitch. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab some pull here, up. The eyes are going to be a real challenge, honestly. Yeah, I got myself into a bit of a rabbit hole last night. I started watching like a bunch of like tutorials on how to improve your Twitch and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, there's a point where I'm like, I don't know if I even really care about all of this. But it is interesting. And it's like wild the sort of things people come up with to solve problems. That actually looks pretty good. That actually looks really good. We're gonna want all of this to come up a little bit, but that looks super solid. If people stay, they stay, but if they don't, then I'm just doing it for fun. Excellent. That's what you love to hear. Man, you're like the coolest dude ever. Why are you so chill? You're the epitome of what streamers should try to be. This is a frog. I feel like most of how to grow your social media stuff are a bit of a scam. I don't agree with that. I think a lot of them are very like genuine in their execution. They're just usually a little bit like, it's easy, just do this. And it's like, it's not easy. Like, nothing about this is easy. Especially like putting yourself on display every day. That's the hardest part, I think. I was asked by a couple of friends if they should get into streaming, and I was like, you'll know if you want to get into streaming or not. Like, already you will know. Like, it's not like a business decision where you're like, I'm thinking about doing this whole streaming thing. It's like, no, don't do that. It's not for you then. It will not be fun. It's a chore, for sure. I do no face on console streams, and on PC I do face cam. So what's the difference between those two streams? Like, what games are you playing? I'm assuming PC is for your group stuff? You were bullied into becoming a streamer? Honestly, I wish that was me. I wish I had bullied you into streaming. Also, we have our absolute, we have to get a spam call every single stream. Here's our spam call for the day. One of these days, I'm actually going to answer on stream, and we're going to see what they want. Your little sister beat you to the punch? I mean, you're killing it, though, dude. Every time I see your stream, you got, like, a ton of people watching you. You're excellent. Hey, Simo, I'm going to bully you into streaming. Honestly, I would love to watch you stream, Simo. Like, not even kidding. That would be pretty, like, nice. I have, okay, here's the worst thing that could happen for your streams. I have an idea of who you are in my head, based on just the way that you chat. And I had the same vibe for Joe. Like, I was like, I know how Joe is, like, on my stream. So when he streams on his own, I know what to expect. And I go to his stream, and he's, like, the chillest dude ever. Joe's nothing like how he is in chat here. You're using OBS? I used OBS for a little bit, and then I switched over to Streamlabs. Honestly, I find Streamlabs a little bit nicer for, like, overlays and for, like, recording. Streamlabs is a little bit easier for me to just kind of rip YouTube videos and set up stuff to work automatically. But it's all personal preference at the end of the day. Okay, that is a lot better of a frog. That looks so much more like a frog. I kind of think he needs a little bit more, we gotta fix the chest area a little bit more. I did the opposite. You started with Streamlabs and switched over to OBS. Why? Is it like a performance thing, or like what got you switched? You broke labs? Yeah, I've heard horror stories. I mean, to be fair, Streamlabs does mess up for me every now and again, like yesterday, but I also had problems with regular OBS, so I don't know if there's ever going to be like a real like perfect one for me. So I prefer Streamlabs. It's easier for me. My problem would be that I just might be a typical Finn and not talk that much. I mean, you got to ask yourself why you're streaming, right? If you're streaming for motivation, because I'm streaming for motivation, right? I enjoy talking to everybody. I really enjoy like these interactions we have. I think this is very fun, honestly. I have a good time every time I stream, aside from the times where I visibly do not have a good time, which I can't even remember the last time that was. But like, I'm only really streaming for the sake of making me 3D model. And so all the interactions and stuff are just like icing on the cake. If you're streaming for a similar reason to that, who cares? Like, just do whatever you want, and if you don't talk, you don't talk, that's fine. If you want to grow an audience and make a career out of it, yeah, you're going to have to push past whatever. Also, what the heck is going on down here? Okay, so I got this. This is connected to this. Let's put you way down here. Let's just look. What are we looking at? Oh. Hold on. That's a top piece. He's connected to him and him. Right? But we have... What is this? Yeah, that would be my thing too. To make myself model more and have more reasons to improve, for sure. I don't think really anybody was watching me in the beginning. Simo was. Simo showed up on one of my first streams, which is wild. Simo, I kind of can't believe how early you jumped into my chat. And then you left for a while, which was cool, because you came back and it was like you were a new person to me. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait a second, I've talked to you before. But, all that being said, when I first started, I didn't know anything about like 3D modeling. I was terrible. And that was just sort of what it was for a bit. Also, what? Joe, you didn't show up in the beginning. You showed up like... Oh, you were recommended to me? That's interesting. Are people recommending me? What? Who's talking about me? The only person I can even think that would recommend me is like Secluded Chaos, but I don't know what one, they don't talk on stream, and I don't know why they would do that. That'd be very nice of them if they did. I remember when I just sorted the art section from low to high and I saw you were doing Blender. I mean, that's very sweet. These are very good vibes. I appreciate all this. Joe, you jumped into my chat a little later. You were like my first regular. You were the first person who like I would stream and go like, oh, when's Joe gonna show up? Like, oh, I'm waiting for Joe. Like, you're the first person that I felt that way about, which I don't know if is a healthy way to feel about streaming or not. So I'm gonna, I put myself on the line here, but it is what it is. That's a good looking frog leg. Get your chicky tens? Yeah, no problem. You might have been suggested to my channel by Death Violets or Jax. If you watched either of them way back when. I'm assuming that would be kind of the only people. It was Violets. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, the music is getting kind of loud, so I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Yeah, that makes sense. Violets, Jax, and I did a lot of streams together. We were a full unit for a while there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that aside right there. Why? Is there a different amount? No, there's the same amount there. Yeah, Joe, you were the first, like, regular for me. Which was very appreciated. I'm kind of thinking I should inlay on this, but I think this is like enough geometry to work with. I could sit here and work on this little frog leg forever, but I'm missing something and I don't know what it is. Yes, look at me, I'm awesome. Okay, so you'll notice I set up some new channel rewards, or some new channel point rewards. One of them will be perfect for you now. It is literally what you just said. Let's go ahead and pop that down. Ooh, that's it right there. Pop that down. Back just a little bit. It's this little edge right here that I hate. This guy is really gross looking. So if I try to pull this all forward, that doesn't look terrible. That looks pretty solid. Joe, you're very important, and we love you very much. I hope you have people in your life that tell you that regularly, because you deserve it. Okay, so we changed topics pretty quickly, but we gotta pay attention here, because there's an important matter that needs to be discussed. Simo, when are you gonna stream? When can we expect a stream out of Simo? Yo, that's it. That's a frog leg right there. It might be a little small. That's my one complaint with the frog leg so far. But otherwise, we're looking pretty good. Next up, I think I want to scale Y0 for each of these. Scale Y0. Scale Y0. We'll go ahead and pop ya out a little bit more. When my plan for the game is solidified. I mean, that's fair, I guess. I think you'll solidify a little bit on stream. I guess the question for you all is, like, do you know what I'm working on? Like, is it obvious what I'm doing? Or is this like a big amalgamation? This whole project that I'm working on. Oh, look at him with his weird butt face. Okay, so he's just got a normal because of the mirror. That's fine. Now I gotta bring the eyes in. So let's work on the head. Head time. Just like that. And then I'm gonna rip open the mouth, which means I need to put another bevel like right there. Which hopefully doesn't ruin any of that. It has fishing poles, frogs, food carts, and other random stuff. So I don't know if I've talked about the game that I'm working on, so I'll just say it right now. We'll just get it out of the way. I'm making a walking sim. That I'm kind of looking for ways to make it not a walking sim. But for the time being, it is a walking sim. And the whole idea behind it... What the heck is all this? Why is there a random piece of geometry inside of this thing? It just decided to make all this? Whoa, hold on. You just decided to make new geometry out of nowhere? Why did you do that? That's strange. I've never seen that before. So I'm making a walking sim. And it is narratively driven, but it is passive. So the whole idea of it is your character is seeing the aftermath of an event. I'm not sure how much I want to say about the event that happens, because it's kind of the central plot point. It's sort of like... The best way I can describe it, it's going to be like a surrealist, funny, maybe not super funny, but kind of humorous Obra Dinn. So it should feel like the Obra Dinn. It should be a game where you're like, what is happening? And you're sort of exploring this world that is quote unquote unfolding in front of you. Dude, this is a lovely little dude right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop a face onto there. Pop a face onto here. We're going to subdivide that and J this and J that. And I'm going to pull just you back. And I guess I gotta make lips on it, right? I didn't want to make lips, but I think we gotta make lips. You know what? No. We're gonna make lips the really smarter way than that. Oh wow, Simo. This is a new frontier. Simo is asking me for advice. I don't mean to make such a big deal of that, but that makes me feel very good. If I'm being perfectly honest, that makes me feel so like useful. Do you have any tips on starting to write? I don't plan to make anything plot heavy or even fully fledged. I just want to experiment and write a broad setting for my game. There's a couple of things I can say, and I'm gonna lose track of what I'm saying while I'm saying it. So, you know, correct me if I go off on weirdo tangents. The biggest thing about writing is you want to have a standardized source where you put all of your writing. So you basically want like an archive somewhere. I really suggest using WikiPad with a D on the end. WikiPad is super nice. It is a text document that you can add links to. So basically, if I write like, there's a character named Jack, and he lives in a town named Small Town. You can link Small Town and make a text document that's all about Small Town, and it links directly from Jack's thing. So if you end up writing a little bit later and you forgot where he lives or you're missing some details or something, it's linked in the actual document. That's huge. WikiPad is pretty huge. From there, if you have pretty good like infrastructure for your writing, which is the first thing I always suggest is infrastructure, I recommend you come up with your central idea. Like, I want to make a steampunk detective game. I want to make a sci-fi animal collecting game. I want to make blank. Whatever your idea is, right? You come up with your idea, and all you do is you just ingest media that you enjoy, watch movies, play games, etc. And I like to say, how would I make this work in my blank? In my world, in my genre, in my storytelling, etc., etc. So I'll watch Lord of the Rings, and I'll say, how would I make Lord of the Rings but with collectible monsters? Or how would I make Ponyo a gritty action film? Or whatever. And I do that all the time. Every time I watch stuff, I do that all the time. And I write it down in my archive. I'll just literally write like Ponyo blank, Ponyo dark, Ponyo detective, Ponyo whatever. And I keep it in my archive. And then I forget about it. And within some amount of time, I'll come back to it and I'll be like, oh, that's a good idea, but I have this new idea that I like more, so I'm going to rip a couple of elements from it and put it in my new idea. And once you do that a couple of times, you now have original ideas, and it would be impossible to tell where the source material came from. Like, you will never be able to find, like, where the original idea came from. So, if people, you know, I think a big problem with writing is people are kind of obsessed with, like, being original, right? You want everything to be original, you want to, like, not copy, you don't want to plagiarize. To me, that's how you solve that problem. So that's like the beginning of the writing advice that I can give. There's a lot of extra stuff like detail working. Writing is separated into categories. So you're going to want to know like which categories you're writing for at any given time. But when you're starting out, it's probably best not to be so strict. So I'll keep you from that stuff for the time being. I wouldn't stress those details. But that's my writing advice. Appreciate it. No worries. You have done so much to help me with 3D modeling. I can only begin to try and help you with writing. Okay, so we're going to extrude this eye in. And I'm honestly just going to add a little ball eye. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try and make this all one model. I have standardized sources / archive, central idea, parkour platformer, etc. Consume media, think about how to adapt stuff into your setting, combine archive ideas. That is exactly it. Everything else is specific to genre. So like there's specific stuff that you have to do if you're making maps. There's specific stuff that you do if characters are of different cultures. And, you know, so I'm not going to give you those details until they're relevant, because it's just going to bog you down. But yeah, so there's a bunch of just little details that you don't need to think about for the time being. But that's the big stuff. That's the stuff that, like, gets you thinking about your world over and over and over again. No problem at all. Again, I am very happy to help. Like I said, you've done so much for me. Okay, so we have a little frog's eye. I suppose it helps that I did get an English degree. That's probably a big part of why I understand writing to the degree that I do. I think it's very easy for me to be like, I've always been a writer, and that's true. But I did get a degree in it, so I probably should remember that when I think about writing and stuff like that. Okay, so we are just... I mean, that's a pretty good looking frog. If you told me that this was an asset in a video game, I would say it looks pretty bad. It's not that good, but it's also pretty good at the same time. Like, I kind of love this frog. His eye needs a bit of work. This is the one thing that I think is a little troubling about it. There we go. Just perfect. That's it. Perfect right there. That's the ridge. I was so lost even to write my bachelor's thesis. I've never given so much thought about writing before. What did your bachelor's thesis? What was that about? I'm not sure I understand where that's coming from. I did not have to do a bachelor's thesis. My degree was pretty straightforward, honestly. Oh, VR game dev. Got it. I understand what we're talking about again. Did you finish your thesis? Are you done? What was your thesis? Or, like, what is going to be your thesis if you haven't done it already? Okay, we want the mouth to really come forward like this, and we want this to tuck down and in here. Don't tell him. Oh no. Have I already been told this? Did I forget it? He's gonna try and steal your work? Honestly, you got me. It's done. I made a VR game for a company for marketing stuff. Got it. So is it like an advertisement, or is it more of like a game? Honestly, VR advertising, that's an interesting like prospect. That's a cool idea. It's probably a little bit soulless for some people, but like, As somebody who enjoys advertising and worked in advertising for a long time, I find that very interesting. Look at this happy little dude. Oh, he's so nice. They showed it off to potential customers. Pretty sure they haven't done much with it. I mean, it's out of your hands at this point. At that point, you just move on, right? That's just life. Oh, man. He is so lovely. Look at this little guy. I know I'm doing kind of like a non-linear thing here with the edits. I apologize for being a little all over the place. I'm not very good at organic forms, and I'm just kind of feeling it. You got some experience from it? Yeah, absolutely. Well, I gotta know when you start on your game. I gotta know how it's going. For me, personally, my game is... The assets that I'm working on are pretty much, like, getting to the point where I'm like, everything's just becoming boring. Like... I've made a lot of the cool assets, so it's time to start making all, like, the filler stuff. So I'm making excuses to make more stuff like this, right? This was not originally in the game. Yeah, you gotta start streaming development. 100%. I think that was the big takeaway today. And you got a couple of peeps who want to see you, so, you know, not a bad place to start. We'll say that is about right, and then this. Oh, my cat is crying. They definitely don't look super froggy. Trying to figure out how to fix this. Oh, poor cat. Okay, so I got a story about our cat. We went for it today. We did the big one. We put a harness on our cat, and we decided to take her out on a walk, because we take little morning walks together. And she was super cool about it. She was, like, having a great time. She was purring, and she was just feeling the wind on her face and all this sort of stuff. And so, you know, we were kind of worried. We were like, let's go ahead and have a way out if we need to, like, take her home really fast or something. And we did, and we were ready for it. But she was fine. The whole walk, she was very chill. She was giving us hugs. She was just loving, being super nice. All this. Then, we get in our car, and I'm like, I'm gonna go pick up some food before stream, because I don't have time to cook or anything like that. So we're gonna go pick up some food. So we get in the car, and she just stuffs herself down into, like, under the seat. And she gets super hot. She, like, overheats herself. And starts panting, and she's just, like, freaking out and having a terrible time. And it's like, where did this come from? So we took her home real quick, and I went and got food afterwards. But my cat went on a nice little nature walk today. She went on a hike with us, which was... just the coolest thing ever. Okay, so looking at this, I want to grab these two and push them down, and I want to grab actually that one as well, just a little bit. I want to grab these guys and pull them up. And ideally, we want to make this little fountain piece, right? We want it to spit the water. Walking cats takes patience? Yeah, for sure. It was a process, but she handled it like a champ. She was very sweet about the whole thing. There we go. And now we're going to turn off our subsurface, grab you. Honestly, push you back just a little bit. Where's the other one? Oh, no. He decided he didn't want to come along with us. We're going to just go ahead and pull you all the way up. Come hang out. My mom's cat had to go to the vet on Monday. He was so groggy from the drugs they gave him. That's always like the saddest thing in the world. Like animals that are on drugs, it's like, this isn't how it's meant to be. It's such a bad vibe. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab 3 of these vertices, push them down like that. Grab these guys, pull them up and forward just a little bit. And that should... It's perfect. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, he's perfect. Oh, he's perfect. Oh, he's so cool. Oh, he's so cool. This is the coolest frog I've ever seen. Okay, so... we're quickly getting there. Now, let me make a little eyeball for this guy. The eyeball is the part I'm not really thrilled about. It's kind of sad, kind of amusing at the same time. You feel bad for him, for sure. It's like, anytime an animal is subjected to, like, the human world, I'm like, this sucks. Right? This is not natural. This is not what nature intended, ever. Okay, so here's what we're going to want to do. I'm going to grab all of this, and by all of this, I mean all of this. Wait, hold on. Is there not... Oh, there is. There's just a floating edge inside of here. Let's fix that. I knew there was something. I saw it. There we go. Now we're back. We got lovely little geometry here. So, to the best of my understanding, I should be able to take this, subdivide, subdivide, subdivide. I'm going to grab you and pull you out. I would make the eyeball a separate object. I'm just kind of challenging myself. I'm seeing if I can do it. I don't know why it's holding so strangely. I suppose a better way to do this is let me grab all of these faces that I want to be using. I'm not sure how big it is, that's why I'm grabbing them so weirdly. We want to get something relatively circular shaped. This could probably work right here. Yeah, we'll do it just like this. This is our circle. And we're going to put them all together with a X. So we're going to do scale X0. That's not half bad looking. And now I will grab just the end of it, pull you forward, proportion with a sphere. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. That actually looks pretty solid. If we go to subdivision... Oh my gosh. Okay, so we can fix this very easily. Let's get rid of our subdivision. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so we gotta work for our money now. This is gonna be a disaster. You go all the way down to there. Okay, so we've made a spiral somehow. How did we do that? How did this piece not equal that piece? That's confusing. Okay, so I'm gonna just flub it a little bit. We're going to go ahead and just dissolve. The subdivision surface is going crazy over the tries. Yeah, I'm going to fix that. Oh, it hates it. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. So we're here, and then I go back into subdivision, and we want to go forward one time right there. I'm going to go ahead and hit save just in case. Here's a better idea. We're going to inset. We're going to inset to like the position we like. And then I'm going to go for it. We're going to grab all of that. We're going to round it out. How many times are we going to round it out? I don't know. And then I'm going to grab all of that, and we're going to Control X 0. Just like that. I think we're here. I think we're here. And if I pull all of this forward with a sphere, and we reduce that sphere down just a little bit, boy, that looks terrible. Part of me, I'm dead set. I'm like so set. I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it one more time. We're going to inset, which I think is I. It is I. We're gonna start using our commands as best as we can. There we go. Just like that. And then we can grab all of this and scale X0. Make sure everything is looking pretty good for us. You know, I'm a late bloomer when it comes to the shortcuts and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so we're just gonna give this a couple of tries real quick. So that's very disturbing. Just to say the least, that's pretty disturbing looking. So let's go ahead and push this part back. Let's subdivide it. With that, go a little bit bigger. Grab this one, go a little bit smaller. And then we're going to push you back into the eye like that. Boy, that looks horrific. I've been starting to get into plugins games lately. Plugins game lately. Hard Ops is pretty cool. What are you talking about? I can't parse that sentence in my brain. Can you translate that for me? Oh, Blender plugins. I thought you were talking about games. I understand. Yes, yes, yes. You're the plugins game. I get it. Yeah, I think they're like really worth looking into. I'm just, you know, I'm me. I do everything hard on purpose for like no reason. Okay, so if I go ahead and grab all of those and pull them forward and up, I'm assuming you're going to recommend Hard Ops to me based on that. Honestly, I can live with him having that as an eyeball. I can live with this. I can really live with this. And we'll just fix up some of those normals. Not bad, not bad. Right? He has a lot, he leaves a lot to be desired. But I love him nonetheless. And I think we want to make his eyes much bigger now that I'm looking here. Frog eyes are pretty big. They gotta be to be able to get all those flies and stuff. Okay, is that about right? I think that's about right. We'll go ahead and get rid of that one and expand real big. Like, get it really big. Okay. Hard Ops workflow is pretty Boolean heavy though, so I've had to combat my hate of Booleans. There's always a price to pay somewhere. I mean, I like the idea of Booleans. It's just that they don't work. If you can get them to work, like, perfect, right? Okay, I'm going to say that this is pretty solid looking. So if we go back... Honestly... I think we're here. Now, just being super overly realistic about this, the eyelid really shouldn't be covering the top of his eye because he's going to have to see out the front. So we'll do it like that. And that is... Okay, so that's our frog for the most part. Let's do a little bit of editing to the back of him. That, and that, a little bit of this. Okay, that's the curve that a frog has. That's pretty good. Organic subdivide modeling is wild. What do you mean by that? What's explain yourself. Because this feels very wild to me right now. I feel like I kind of don't know what I'm doing, but I'm loving the result. It's not as realistic as I would like, which is going to be a problem, I think, in my modeling for an indefinite period of time. But it does look super cool. Got it. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. This looks crazy. Look at him. Barrel, what up? You caught us in the middle of making a frog. You just sculpt and re-topo organics. So, I need to learn how to re-topo sculpts a little bit better. That's like a huge problem for me. I just don't, like, get it super well. I haven't practiced it, so that's why. Beryl, I'm doing good. We took our cat out on a walk today, which was just everything that old millennial wants in this world. And other than that, we're making some frogs. Play some Titanfall as I listen. That's good choice. Good on you. Okay, so I'm gonna make the worst mistake of my life. I apologize to everyone who has to witness this. I'm not apologizing to Simo because, you know, I think Simo expects this from me. At this point, Simo knows me well enough to know that I make crazy mistakes all the time. Everyone else I apologize to. Drop probably the best Blender retopo video to Discord for you. I very much appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, I hate to be this guy, and I'm sure a bunch of people have said this before, but I aim just to kind of get good at everything. I can say realistically, I think character design is like my worst subject and probably will be the thing that I don't develop primarily. But everything else, I'm like, I just want to go. I want to get as good as I can. Also, them some frog legs. That's a nice chunky frog leg. Cool, cool, cool. So we just need to fix this part, the connector, which I don't know why I said it with such a strange accent. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Shoddy has legs for days. Oh no. You know what? I think you're banned. I think I gotta ban you from chat. Joe, you're gonna be the first person I ever banned from chat. That's actually not true. I have banned people in the past. I just haven't said it while I've done it. So you already cannot be the first person we banned from chat. But as far as I'm concerned, you're banned. I cannot understand how you are the way you are in our chat, and then on your own stream, you're just like, hey guys, what's up? I will never wrap my brain around that. Can't ban him if he does it himself first. I would call that faulty logic, but you know. Whatever. If everyone's having fun, we're having fun. Don't worry, I don't get it either. I think you're just hyper. I think you're a hyper man. I think you got a lot of energy in there. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about this guy. Also, you can't ban yourself. I tried. I would love to ban you, but I'm pretty sure it like ruins your like subscriptions and all that sort of stuff, so I would never do that to you. It would be funny though. A little bit of exaggeration on the little pads there is nice. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go ahead and push that in. And we're going to just copy and copy. And we're going to bring you down. Same. Same. It just stops you from using chat features. No, I think if I ban you and then unban you, like right away, I think it has like repercussions for you. Like it can hurt like track records and stuff like that. All right. That looks so much better. I think we're going to want just these guys up a little bit. And I think we're sitting pretty. Now, I can make webbing. And I've been debating whether I should make webbing or not. I kind of think I shouldn't make webbing. I think it has the potential to backfire pretty bad. And I don't know if I super care. Okay. I gotta say, I feel really strong about this. I kind of began stream today thinking like, today is going to be another crusty one. I'm going to kind of fail and it's going to be funny and we're just going to talk and hang out. But I'm starting to think like, this is one of my better ones. Like, let's not get twisted. I don't think this is like a masterpiece. I definitely don't like, I'm not going out of my way for it or anything like that. But I think this is one of our better pieces. I like love him. He's so good looking. Ugh, he's missing like the texture of those guys. They have like way more like headiness, which I think I know how to fix. I think I can fix it right now. I like the head. I like the head too. It's a webless frog. Boom, problem solved. I mean, I guess if it's that easy. Okay, so here's how I'm going to do this. We're going to remove the subsurface. We're going to J up to this. I'm going to grab all of this. All of this. Oh, no. Okay, this is going to get bad pretty quick, so let's be very careful here. He says as he clicks wide swaths of area very fast. Now, I think I should be able to just go like this. And come back. And now if we grab all of this and we edge slide it forward, how we feeling? That's infinitely better. Oh, his cheek looks so good too. I'm pretty set. I am pretty set on this guy. Now I just got to do the last hand. And then we're done. I'm feeling pretty comfortable. What Sonic Generations? Sonic Generations is a Sonic game that was released, I want to say like 2011. I might be wrong. I might be way off with that. And it is a game where you play as both old Sonic and new Sonic, and they interact with each other, and it's like parallel universes, dimensions, whatever, blah blah blah, that sort of stuff. It's probably one of the better Sonics made, for most people's opinion. Sonic went a little south for a long time. I like some of the Sonic games that went bad, but I understand why people don't like them. But this game honestly sticks the landing pretty well. So it's good. If you're asking in terms of the stream, we're going to be starting that probably around 5 Eastern Standard Time. So in about an hour and 45 minutes, we'll be starting Sonic Generations. Do I want to do it like this? Yeah, I think I do want to do it like this. And we'll scrub this down a little bit. Yesterday, I tried to play Sonic and we had sound issues that were super fun and definitely not a pain to fix. But we fixed them. So I'm gonna be starting over. So we're gonna restart the game tomorrow or today. So it'll be right from the beginning of the game. All right. So our topology looks decent enough for me. It's a little squared off, and I can like fix the squaring later, I think. But in the meantime, let's do this, this, boom, by 2. And I should be able to just pull out the fingers. Same way we did the back. No time like the present to just get started on it. Okay. It's a 2011 game? Yo. I'm crazy. What? How did I do that? That's wild. I guessed. I was going based off of like my best case scenario of like how I understand time and like what sort of content I was watching on YouTube at the time. That's awesome. That's a moment right there. If we had our boy CQDK in chat, he would say Pog, but you know, I won't say Pog for him. Oops. I did it. Okay, so we want X or SY0. SY0. And I'm looking at a frog's paw, and the frog's paw gets really paw. It's not a paw. What do you call a frog's hand? What is that? What is that thing called? It's not a paw. It can't be a paw. It definitely is not called a paw. Ain't no way it's a paw. What is a frog's hand? I'm gonna go ahead and merge a few of these vertices together, I think. Right there. Because I think when we look at this, yes, it holds its form pretty well. We can grab all of this and bevel it. We're gonna bevel just into 2s. And we're gonna pull this guy back a little bit and up. You're gonna come up as well. Back. Aren't they just feet? You know? That makes a lot of sense now, doesn't it? They're probably just called feet. I don't know. I don't know what you would call them. We'll do like that, and we're gonna pull it all nice and back. Oh, they look weird. Oh, it's like super weird looking. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And then the wrist is what gets small here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull you. Oh no. I messed up my subdivisions somehow. Yep, I see it right there. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and just do you, and we'll connect all of these guys together. And then we'll do an edge slide, and we should be sitting pretty. If I go like this, and we just edge slide this forward, no problem. And I'll make it small. That's not bad. That's so not bad. Okay, now let's just fix the hand. Googling frog legs makes me wonder if fried frog legs are tasty. They're decent. They're very chewy. I am a Southern American, so I've eaten all sorts of stuff, as we do. I don't know why that's our culture, but that is our culture. And frog legs are just like average. I would give frog legs... I've eaten goat meat before. I prefer frog legs over goat meat, but aside from that, I don't really care for them. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pop that in, pull y'all up. We want to subdivision the bottom of all of this to be flat. Froggy doggy loggy hoggy. Welcome back, Fun Pro Gamer. What an entrance message that was. Look at them. Look at this boy's beans. Okay, if we're being really realistic with it. Oh wait, he has 4? Do frogs have 4 toes on the front and 3 on the back? Or there's 1 hidden? No. No. Okay, well, these are going to have to be fantasy frogs, I think. Final Fantasy frog. Okay, let's go ahead and pull open my web browser. That's taking 3 years to open. Frog. You just joined the Discord? I very much appreciate that. Thank you so much. They do have 4. Wait, there's 3 in the back and 4 on the front? No, there's like a bunch. Also, sorry for the disturbing image. Let's get rid of that. No, they're just hidden. This one has 3 on the front. Man, frogs are gross. I'm looking at frog pictures. Frogs kind of suck. This guy has 3. It's totally random. It's totally random. Ugh, disgusting. Also, I think I have to make a frog that's doing this. I think I'm going to be required to do this, so I'm going to do this in a little bit. You know what? He gets 3. I don't care. He's 3. I'm not thinking about it. He gets 3. He looks kind of weird. He looks kind of like a xenomorph. I think I can fix this by grabbing all of his legs. Depends on the species. Yeah, I think that's true. Frogs are one of those animals where if a scientist came out and they're like, actually, there's no such thing as frogs. There's like 20 different species that we all just call frogs. I'd be like, that makes sense, but I'm still going to call them frogs. They're still just frogs. Okay, let's make this a little bit less robotic looking. So we're going to push a couple of these guys out. You're going to come in a little bit. In. Back. What's the difference between a toad and a frog? I want to say that a toad is like less amphibious. They spend less time in water. I think toads are more like land animals. Also, for the sake of making this interesting, I wanted to make an armature, and I think I still will. But we're just going to kind of change the height a little bit of one of these. Maybe even 2 of them a little bit. There we go. Just to give them a little bit of dynamic. There we go. Yeah, I want to say it's like their amphibiousness. I'd really like to think that toads spend more of their time on land. Also, I just realized frogs have alien, like, fingers. That's kind of messed up. There we go. Dude. He's pretty good looking. Hey. Okay, everyone has to drink some water now. Ignore my Chick-fil-A cup. I'm dating a trans person. I love the LGBT community, but you know, those cool raps are pretty good. Those cool raps really do it. All right, so we're here. Say you are the Froggy Swamp King. You know, I am the Froggy Swamp King. And I want you all to clip that. That's actually what I'm known for. See, you guys might know me as the Fish with Gun guy, but, you know, the real people who know me for being Frog King. And by Frog King, I mean Swamp King. Which is the same thing, because frogs are the swamp. He looks so uncanny. Which I think is just like a product of me not being very good at 3D modeling. Oh, it's how far the arm is back. I don't know how to do clips. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Either nobody will clip me and that will be fine, or Joe will do it and I guess Joe will do it. Joe used to clip me all the time. Joe used to love being the clip guy. I remember playing, I was playing Yoku, Yoku's Island Express, and Joe would just like clip me for everything. Joe Mama? Yeah. Joe, how many times have you heard that one? Joe might not be here. Joe might be working. Joe likes to watch us while he works, and he has a very busy work life, so occasionally he just has to freak out and leave. So if he's gone, he's gone. Okay, so I got all of this. Let's move it forward. That should hold maybe a little bit better. There's something so weirdly human. Something so human about this. Also, since you're exploring our channel points right now, you'll notice one that's called Suggest a Sketch. I want to start using that instead of random shoutouts, because if people join our chat, I don't want them spamming random ideas. But I will say we should definitely have time today to do a little bit of sketching. So if you all want to see something, make sure to suggest it. Okay, so I'm going to say... That's a weird look, but I kind of don't mind it. The mouth I need to curve out a little bit. The mouth we got to fix. We got to give him, like, real lips. I think I can make the lips just by creasing. So if we go ahead and just grab a little bit of this. What have I done? Yeah, you and you. And we're just going to crease you just a little bit. Just like that. Is that going to be all right? He looks so weird. I love this little guy. I'm in. I'm set. This is my new best friend. Alright, so we're going to do some fluid stuff, I think. So let's start by, like, finishing this little model right here. So, again, I'm going to use the pre-existing model. I'm going to save. Maybe I don't want to add the little bulbous bit on the bottom of him. Maybe I don't care for that. Instead, what I really want to do is make a tube for him to be blowing water out of. So I'm going to grab this, which is super messed up for some reason. Let's grab that. Let's make it really small. Hold on. I'm kind of freaking out. I'm trying to figure out what this even looks like. Maybe we want... You know what? I need to do this manually. I definitely need to do this manually. Let's get in here with a little bit of prodding. You and you... We'll subdivide that. We will subdivide this one. We'll subdivide this one. This one's going to be a problem. And we'll subdivide this one. And I should theoretically... Oh, wait, actually, I don't need to do these subdivisions. We can just grab you and pull you forward to here. Pull you forward to here. A 3D model of you in the style of The Simpsons. I don't hate that idea. I don't hate that idea. That's a good idea. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be very bad, but it's kind of a cool idea. I think we can make that work. Thank you for the suggestion. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just delete these two. We're gonna do that, that. Face. Make sure the face looks correct. It looks all right to me. And then we're gonna just grab you and no, please. This is so hard to look at. There we go. Do it just like this. This is easier. Subdivide you. Subdivide you. You need to connect. Oh, this is rough. There we go. Nope. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. And we can subdivide these two. There we go. Perfect. We've done it. We're here. We're back. We've done it. Oh, we're here. We're set. We're done. Perfect. Cool. So I will extrude you straight out. Extrude is E. It is. So we're going to do global. The cartoony style of those super scary photorealistic ones. What are you talking about? What is a photorealistic one? What does that mean? Okay, so we're going to pop this up. Pull this guy forward just a little bit. And then I'm going to SY0. And then we just need to pop a little face on here, and we'll have what is effectively his gun, which I'm now seeing looks like a tongue. It was not meant to look like a tongue, but it does look like a tongue. So, sure. All things considered, sure. Nope. Just down a little bit. Okay, cool. So I can pop in a face on there. Scooch it on over. And then we can grab these two and pop them down. Grab those two and pop them down. Why does it look so weird? Google realistic Simpsons. Okay, we'll Google realistic Simpsons in just a sec. I feel like I don't want to do that, but for you, I will. Give him a kiss tongue? No, this is the spout. This is the little spout that he has to have. I would love to give him... A kiss tongue would be very funny, all things considered. That looks a little strange. It's just because the mirror. It'll fix itself once the mirror is gone, for sure. Okay, cool. So that's how we're gonna do this. Actually, I should probably also inset this. Right? Just like that. If I just take the whole thing and push it back, that doesn't really help us. So yeah, we have to extrude it along normal's back. I remove the subsurface, and then we take this and we cut this. Right? We still have that one. We still have that one. We haven't cut anything to the base. I think we're okay. There we go. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So now we just got to make it big. So the best way I can think to do this is simply to just grab it and mangle him up a little bit. So we got him big. Like that. And then we're going to grab just these two. Bring him out. That's pretty good. Okay. I feel comfortable. I feel very comfortable with this. We're clipping a little bit into our mesh just because the smoothing is not, like, registering correctly. But, like, that's it. He's here. We could pop in a little bit of a subsurface up top here. And we're looking super good. Boom, done. That's our frog. That's our little frog fountain. So that was the sketch of the day. Let's model it, and we're gonna get into some particle stuff. Actually, you know what? I've been looking at this. Let's fix this. Let's fix this guy real quick. That should do it. Now he's just got a nice little joint there, and the face comes straight down, and he looks super good. He looks so good. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. I love this guy. He's perfect. He's as good as he needs to be. Cool. So let's model him. We're gonna do a little bit of rusted metal on certain joints. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be a little bit hard to do. I wonder if we can, like, edge detect materials. Let's try that. That's gonna be our main focus, is gonna be edge detecting this guy. So we're gonna go into our world settings. I'm gonna switch over to our default world, Overcast Cliffs. We're gonna go over to object mode, switch over to rendered view. There he is in all his glory. Okay, so there's like two components to this, right? There is a metallic... Hello? Not you. There's like a metallic gold. Okay, so first off, let's add a color mix, a mix RGB, and I'm going to grab a golden color. That's not a bad gold. He is very metallic. His roughness is going to be dropped, but we're going to fix that here in just a moment. No sheen, no clear coat. Okay, so now he is rusty with browns and then lighter browns. So let me grab a color ramp. Color ramp is going to go between this dark color and this sort of color. And that is going to be... We're going to determine that here in just a second. So, the way we want to do this, I think, is we want to make Musgrave Islands. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're going to do this. We're going to make a Musgrave texture. between that. And they're going to be way more circular and a little bit higher detail. Like maybe 5. Maybe a little bit more than that. 10.75. Sure, that'll do. Scale needs to go up to maybe like 11. And then I'm going to add a color ramp to here. Black controls that. White controls how much gold we have. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to add a white on the other side of this. Nope. There we go. That's exactly what it looks like. That is pretty much exactly what that looks like. Okay, I can keep that. I'm going to push back a little bit onto like an 8 just to make bigger lines, I think. I think that'll look a little bit more interesting for him. I also think the detail should be higher. I think we want more like prominent looking bits. Yeah, this'll do. I might want to do a constant. No. But getting this guy looking a little bit sharper, I think, is going to be in our best interest. Just like that. Okay. So I'm also going to use the Musgrave to determine... No, I'll use a different Musgrave. Different Musgrave is going to do roughness. So we're going to do like 12. And the detail is going to go way down. And we want to divide it a little bit, or subtract it a little bit, because he's definitely too shiny to be like a water fixture. There is no way he would be this shiny. There we go. So we'll add like a 1. We'll add like a 0.75. Is that what we want? I don't know if I like this. Let's add a 0.6. Okay, so he's got his little specs. Now we need to do 2 different color frequencies. So let's add another mix RGB. This one's going to be very specific. We're going to want a color ramp. From orange to green to gold. So we want this orange color. We're going to want this green color. And then we're going to want that same gold from earlier. Just like that. Perfect. And this color is going to be determined mostly by the edge detect. So how we're going to detect edges, I have no clue. So let's look at input. I'm looking at bevels. That actually looks perfect. That's it. Okay, cool. So we're going to switch the orange for the green. I think we want this one on top, that one on bottom. And we want like a linear light. No, maybe like a soft light. Ooh, this is gonna be tough. Add. This is going to be really difficult. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Like that, and then a lot of yellow. I think we also want to bevel this. Yep, okay, that's the way we're doing it. Oh, I was messing up. I understand now. Really small hints of this green. Or even maybe the purple. That's too much green. Too much green. Okay. I mean, it doesn't look right. Something is very wrong here. When you play with the colors, it reminds me of Spore. I can get that. I think that's a real vibe right there. Man, I like miss Spore. Like, you can't play Spore anymore and have a good time. It's just not, it's not the game anymore. We want like this. Little bits of purple and green. I'm kind of thinking we might want to pop the Musgrave into here. I have it? No, that's not what I mean. Like, Spore just doesn't feel the same way anymore. It's like, it just doesn't feel right to play anymore. It feels like something has happened to it, right? Is that making sense? I never get bored of old games. You are a rare breed. How is that possible? I get bored like 2 seconds into anything. Every time I play a game, I'm like, okay, what's next? Okay, so we're gonna mix based on... Oh, this is it. Okay, so now... Linear light is definitely not the one we want. We want, like, we want, like, an overlay. I think we want to overlay. I think we want to overlay with lots of green. I cannot get this to work. You should definitely stream Spore. I feel like that could be a recipe for disaster, but if it's something you enjoy, like, absolutely. I know that game, like, tends to crash super commonly. Okay, I'm missing something. I'm missing something. Honestly, I think this is it. I think this is it, and I want to change this color. Wow, look how dominant that color is. I want to change this color to this. What? No. To this. And if I were to plug that in... This is a complicated little node setup for sure. I hate to do this, but I think how I want to do this now is yet another color ramp. I think we're going to use yet another color ramp, and I'm going to pop in between these two colors with the bevel. How far in advance do you plan out your streams? I know I am like mega OCD about it. Like I cannot begin my week without thinking about what game I'm gonna stream. You don't? What do you do? How do you do it? That was a surprising answer. I wasn't expecting that one. Okay, so we've done all of this. I've done a lot of damage to this. Let's go ahead and just do a little bit more. Now, oh, it's because I didn't add a bump. It's because I didn't add a bump. I got it. That to the bump to normal. It didn't work. I think I do my main game Wednesday. That's about it. The rest is just when I feel like. That's wild. I hope that's like not biting you in the butt. I mean, if it's working for you. Do you have a Discord? What's your setup on that? No, not on that. We're gonna do like a... I always get this part mixed up. I want to say we want a bump, but maybe we want a displacement. Already sorted? What do you mean already sorted? Uh, 0.1. Nope, we want like a 2. I added my friend to the main list too. I no longer know what we're talking about. I'm no longer aware. You usually want a bump. So I put in a bump and it gave me nothing. Go all the channel done and everything else. I don't know. Oh wait, I want height. I don't want vector. There we go. There we go. Now we've done it. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, we're back. We're here. We have these little bits, and I actually think... all my uploads set to post to Discord so people know when I upload and stream. Oh yeah, I was just asking if you had a Discord. So it sounds like you got it all sorted, which is great. Which is what you should do. We're gonna get these guys real small, really tiny. There we go. That's a bit of a better look. I just need to get this color working. So you know what? I'm gonna redo all this. Hold on. This guy's perfect. 25 people so far, not too bad. Good. That's what you like to see. So I want everything coming in, except this needs to be the Musgrave color. It is. Okay, cool. So this is going to be our nice, like, dark Musgravey color. Everything else goes just into one. So get rid of all of this. Sorry for your eyes. Oh, no. Okay, we're back. We're here. So that is going to go straight into here. That's going to go straight into there. Okay, perfect. So we got all of this set up. Now we just need to make the colors work. And we want a, like, maybe a noise for the roughness. So I'm going to pop you up, make a center line to go straight through here to the roughness. 25 people is honestly, like, a good number. That's like a really strong number of people. I'll put these two next to each other. We'll do it like that, I think. And then a lot of this and a little bit of that over there. That's probably a good color setup. So now we just gotta make the color work. I think a better way that I should be doing this is using texture coordinates with probably a noise. Also, I should be using object for my vector, which is much better. Infinitely better. And then we're going to use object for this guy, and then this guy is going to pop into here. Scale way down. Literally just downloading Origin for Spore. Oh no. So it begins. So the chaos begins. Okay, so we want like a 0.1. We want it to be pretty broad. And probably a lot of distortion. No, this is too much. Okay, so we're gonna do like... Man, I just want it to follow bevels. Following bevels is gonna be like clearly the most important part of this. That's not bad looking. That's a little better. Okay, cool. So let's push the green a little bit more. That's not bad. Okay. I can live with this. I just need to add a little bit more of the green. And for the sake of the green, I'm going to make it a little bit darker. And a little bit more saturated. So you can really see it. That looks pretty solid. Okay, so now we kind of need to like... We still want to bevel it to some degree. So let me add our bevel. And hopefully this works. I don't hate it, but it's a little aggro for me. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna do 0.75. Like a 0.5. That's not bad. I can live with this. There's no green showing up yet. There we go. Now we got some green. A little bit of green on there, a little bit of green on there. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We're here. Love him. I love him to death. Oh, I love him to death. He's great. If we up our detail just a little bit. Honestly, that's him. I'm set. I'm cool. I don't need to think about this more. Let's put in our roughness. He's got a pretty decently hard roughness, it looks like. I could add a color ramp to here. Make sure he's just a little bit shinier. And we're here. Cool. So I think that's my best attempt at making a frog fountain. Nice little baby frog fountain. Instantly I'm looking at it and I notice a little detail that I want to change. So let's change it real quick. Let's grab some peeps. Pull them up just a little bit. Pull you up just a little bit. Pull you up just a little bit. Now we go back to nodes. And we go back. Look at him. Look at this chunky man. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, I love him. I love him so much. Okay, so make sure to kiss the cook on the way out. Big Chungus. He's a big boy, ain't he? He's lovely, though. I'm gonna get one of these guys 3D printed. I'm gonna make a fountain out of him. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and pop a little bit of water on him. So here's where I'm gonna freak out and not know what I'm doing, and I'm gonna be very upset about it. So I'm gonna make a little mesh. Whenever I'm making objects, I like to use icospheres. They just feel comfortable to me. So I'm gonna make an icosphere. Pop it way down. We're gonna throw it down his straw. Just like that will do. We'll pop it a little further down the straw. And the icosphere, we're gonna want to add a particle system. Emitter. Let's see, what are we emitting? How do I do this? Emit from faces. No, we don't want an icosphere. We want a single plane that will be converted to 90, made small, and pushed forward. Just one. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna do just from one face an emitter from faces. That's pretty good. Now, what is he spewing out? Also, he needs a little bit more viscosity, I think. Or not viscosity, a little bit more power. Number. That's probably a little too high of a number. I'm gonna say 200. That's good. That works. Okay, velocity, 3. There we go. So he's spitting out some water. Now we gotta figure out what water looks like. This is the part that I think is gonna be a problem. Physics type, Newtonian, fluid. How are we determining what it actually is that he is spitting out? Render. Render as halo. What is all this? Render as object. Oh, this... Oh, I should be doing it as a physics thing, shouldn't I? It's not a particle, it's physics, right? Jello, what's up? How are you doing? Is your computer done and ready? Is it all set up? Got all your programs and everything? I think we want this to be physics. So I can redo all this pretty quickly. I'm gonna go to the physics tab instead. And we're gonna say fluid. Flow. It's gonna be liquid. Flow behavior, outflow. Confused. Color me very confused. Still struggling with getting a GPU. Is it working? Like, without the GPU? Like, are you using integrated graphics for right now? Or, what's it look like? Border collision, liquid. This is all crazy to me. This is too much for me. I don't know if I can solve this problem. I might need to just get like a texture of water, or maybe Unreal will have like a pre-made fab that I can throw in here. I'm sure they do. This is too crazy. Flow source, mesh, yes, is planar. Initial velocity. The Z, the Y is 3. A cylinder and a flow map. Can you explain? I will make a cylinder. It doesn't have built-in graphics because I went with the i9. So if you boot it up, does it do anything for you? Like, can you access, like, your desktop? Or it's just completely kaput? Or have you not done any bootloading yet? Which would make sense, and you probably shouldn't be doing any bootloading if you're worried about graphics and stuff like that. Okay. We got a little straw inside the straw. Simo is setting me astray. You know what? That's fine. I can live with that. So I will just take this opportunity to simulate. We'll just make a dumb one for the sake of stream. Just while we're finishing up having fun, and then I'll make that Simpsons character for you guys, which I am pretty scared about, if I'm being perfectly honest. I was told it wouldn't work without a graphics card because I got a processor with the KF version. I think the person who told you that is probably correct. There's no reason not to trust them. So I hope you can get a graphics card soon, because that sounds like super annoying. I'm sure you're at least a little bit aggravated by the situation. I don't know if I ever got the story. What happened to your original computer? Did it blow up, or is it just like not good enough for streaming? Like, what happened to it? Okay, so here's the thought, right? I'm gonna grab just the end of this. Might be available around June, July-ish. Man, that's rough. It's a long time from now. We don't want to do it like this. Instead, I want to go like this. As far out as we want. Probably about that far. And then I'm going to skew it by... Sure. Actually, it's probably better to do a rotate at this point. Rotate by 45. Your computer just shuts off on me, and for when it hates when I stream. How is it always like that, or is that recent? Okay, so we're good there. And I will just send this guy way down. Sometimes I can barely watch a stream. That is very aggravating. Flow map is an inexpensive way to make flows in game engine / Blender. I mean, I'd love to learn how to do it. We're not going to solve that problem on stream right now, right? You just animate a texture instead of simulating fluids. That's like the ocean surface in Wind Waker. That's how that works, right? Let's clamp overlap. And we probably don't need 60. That's probably a bit overkill here. And I'll go ahead and pop in a loop right there, and that loop will do the exact same thing with. Yeah. Just like that. And then I'll grab the whole thing, and we'll go ahead and just do a little bit of that. And I'll paint the whole thing. So we're back to nodes. We're here on this transmission. Bada boom. Transmission all the way up. Transmission roughness, basically nothing. Roughness in general is basically nothing. Specular. Yeah, I'm not going to use any of that. Base color is water. And I need to give it a little bit of flow. It's getting old. All the parts inside are getting outdated. Yeah, but did it just start all of a sudden? Like, when did it start overheating and stuff for you? Because normally, computers take a hot sec before they do all that. Okay, so here is my thought process. Check this out. We're going to put in a... Ooh, I can do this in 2 ways. I can do this in 2 really cool ways. Oh, I got it. I know how to make water. It's going to look a little bit more like ocean water than like a stream. But, so what? This ain't the final version. We're going to go from here to that. Bada boom. Over to you. It's been like that for 4 to 5 or 3 to 4 months. I think it might be like a bigger issue on your computer. I think you could probably solve it. Not that it's not time for you to get a new computer and you don't already have all the new parts and everything, like, of course. But I think you probably could solve it. Okay, I'm gonna add in a wave. Wave gets object to here. That's actually exactly what I want. It's looking perfect. So we're going to scale it way down to maybe like 1.5. And I'm going to make a bunch of distortion. Like that. Detail roughness is pretty high. Detail's high. Distortion's even higher. Got it. It had a different problem. Yeah, I mean, it just sounds like it's time to upgrade. So, good on you for upgrading. It seems like it's time. Let's go like that. Okay, so we got some random kind of roughness here. I might also add a little bit of alpha to this thing. I've been trying to solve the problem, had about 10 people in 3 months help me figure out the problem, but no luck. Yeah, okay, then it's time. Just call it. Beyond that, I hope you can get yourself a graphics card soon enough, because that sounds pretty awful. You know what? I'm going to remove the alpha. And instead, we're going to grab another wave texture. This time it's going to be the Y, and the Y is going to connect again to the object, and that can go into alpha. Which is not connecting the way I thought it would. So we'll scale that down a little bit. We'll lower the detail a little bit. Distortion can go down as well. Detail can go way down. And maybe we want Z instead of that. Yes, we want Z, exactly. So 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. 0.1 with a little bit higher detail and a little bit more distortion. And I think we have a pretty dumb looking bit of water. So that's my water. This is as good as my water is going to be right now. I might even try and saturate this up and darken it just a little bit. There we go. From a distance, it looks fine. I may even go as far as to make another color ramp. And do more cuts. Like that. Okay. There he is. He's shooting some water. So that was just a whatever thing. I'm definitely not using this water. Don't you worry. That will not be in the final product. But just a little something to make. So Fun Pro Gamer wants us to make a Simpson. So let's make ourselves a little Simpson. My GPU is a GeForce 960 and my processor is an AMD FX. Yeah, the GPU is probably fine. It's definitely the processor that's the problem. Unless your GPU got like overheated and like desoldered itself for some reason, like you should be fine. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and save this and let's make a new one. This is going to be us as a Simpson, as per Fun Pro Gamer's suggestion. So let's look up a Simpson, because I don't totally know what Simpsons look like in my head. I just know they're yellow. I kind of want to make just like Bart Simpson. Simpson. Honestly, they have really nice geometry. Okay, what are my defining characteristics? I got swooshy little hair. Oh, you want me to look up the realistic Simpsons? That's right, I forgot. Wow, hold on. Let me just take these off. Every time I take my headphones off, I'm like, oh, I can't hear you guys anymore. But it's not like I can hear you guys anyway. So. Hey, Simo? Hey, Simo. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that one. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get away from this. So, what do I got? I got swooshy little hair. I kind of want to just give myself the Bart Simpson. I got you on the other monitor. We'll be watching, but currently watching In-Betweeners moments too. You're fine. You owe me absolutely nothing. Nobody owes me anything. Okay. Characteristics. Swooshy hair. Little beard. Everything else is pretty normal. I wear a ring. I always wear a ring. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed. So Those will be my details. Everything else will be completely default. Okay. Everybody's kind of pudgy. They're pretty Play-Doh-y. I don't think that's going to be a huge problem. And I might even do something kind of weird for my body. Okay. Okay, best case scenario, I'm just going to get into it. We're just going to get into it. I think I can make this work. I'm a little intimidated, to be honest, but I don't think I need to be intimidated. I think we got it. So let's pop ourselves one of these. Pull it up just a little bit. We're going to extrude along normals. We're going to pop 2 of these sides. Okay, for whatever reason the inset just doesn't want to work. So we'll do it like that. And I will extrude these out. You know what? Same thing as last time. We're just going to do one side. We're going to do one side. Delete. And then we can go ahead and pop on a mirror. Nice and easy. Keep it super easy. Okay, so we are over here. Is proportional turned on? Yes, it was. Okay, so we're going to rotate you over. Like that. And then I'm just going to pull you straight down using proportional, not proportional. Chill out. Okay. And then I will grab you, pull you up. Let me double check what I'm looking at. The legs just pop out. So I'm going to make clothing for him. If I have time, we're going to put a little bit of clothing on this guy. Not excited about it, but it will happen. Whoa, chill. SY. Oh, Simo, I'm using so many shortcuts. You should be so proud of me. Okay. Ideally, we want to just cut this guy in half, like that. We want to grab all of these faces, shrink you in. Oh, it looks good. Oh, he's got like little pants on. Oh, that's it right there. That's it, perfect. Ta-da! Okay, so we got a little dude. And then the head just pops out of the body. Like, the head is the body. So, honestly, I'm just going to grab the top of this thing and just pop him all the way up. All of a sudden, there is a break. Don't love that. I don't love how this works. Oh, I don't love this. How are we going to fix this? Okay, you know what? It's fine. We'll extrude. There you go. Now you got a head. And the head has an extra little break right there. That comes out to make a mouth? Excuse me? So he's got like a mouth that just goes like... Oh, this is too much for my brain. It just looks like that. And the head's actually pretty small. He's like a tube. Okay, sure, whatever. He's like a weird tube man. He looks like a Pringles can. That's exactly what they look like. That's awful. So that they look like this, and it's going to be really tight because that's where the mouth overhangs. So now, if I take all of this and we throw on a subdivision, we're going to want a little bit more. We're going to want the mouth to really sit there. The arms come up to make like a cup shoulder. I should have made the arms separate, I think. I should make the arms and legs separate, I think. Everything has such hard lines, it's hard to tell. Like, the pant, or the shirt comes out like this, right? And then it just extrudes. You know what? No, I know what it looks like. I got it. It's here, it's here, it's here. It extrudes along normals out. Then we're gonna go ahead and remerge these pieces. I'm sure there's an easier way I could have done this, but too bad. Okay, and then this part is gonna be a hard line for a shirt. Haha! And then the pants do exactly the same thing. So I'm gonna grab the pants, and we're gonna hard line the pants. And I'm gonna hard line the legs. That's not bad. That's pretty good looking. Okay. He's got shorts. He's got a shirt. Now we gotta go ahead and pop his head out. Where's his head come out? It comes right out of the shoulders. That's tough to do. Man, the arms just pop out. You know what? I'm gonna redo the arms. I think I know how to do the arms a little bit better than this. So first things first. Let's remove that. Let's pop, pop, pop. Remove those faces. We're going to reconnect the face here. Bring it down. Because I think it's going to work a little bit better if it's down. In fact, I think I can grab... You know what? I got it. I know how we want to do it. We want to grab all of this. And we want to rip it straight down. 0 on there, 0 on there. No, but I want to rip it. Why is it reconnecting? VZ. There we go. Just like that. Perfect. Grab you, pull you down. Now I can connect these pieces right here. We're going so fast. I'm definitely going to miss things. And then we can pop this out. Pop one side up just a little bit. And then the arms pop out of this. What is that going to look like on this guy? Simpsons. He's got weird little fingies. Okay, he's got 4 fingers. Make note of that. So we're going to want a little guy like that. And we're going to want to make it smaller. And we're going to pop it way up into that sleeve and then hard line it. And then pull you down just a little bit and pop a little guy right there. I'm going to pull just you up. This is looking pretty good. I'm kind of stoked. I'm stoked about this. This is good. Okay, so we're going to get really tight on this arm here. I'm going to want probably a little bit of a bisection here with a tiny little break. Go ahead and push you over until you connect. Sure, that'll do. And then we're just going to pull you way down, and we're going to hardline you. And I don't know why the shirt looks like that, so we'll go ahead and just give him a nice little V-neck. Okay, we're getting there. So now for the hair. The hair is gonna be tough. Okay, so I definitely have like a Homer Simpson beard face, because that's how they do beards. I don't know how I want to do this. It's kind of gross looking. Okay, so I guess I will pop in a little bit of this. We'll go ahead and shrink it just a little bit on that end. Come on. Come on. Just like that, probably. We'll put you over where it matters. I'll subdivide you 2 times. Connect 1 up to you. 1 up to you. I just lost a bunch of frames. I'm not sure what that's about. We'll do it just like that, I think. I'm gonna pop you in right here. And we're going to hardline that. But it probably shouldn't be that aggro. So we'll just bring it right up. And it actually goes into the chin. So we're going to bring it all the way down to the chin. So first things first, let me erase this line. That's not half bad. Now we're going to go all the way to the chin. And you two, we can subdivide you, bring you down to the chin. Grab you two, pull you all the way down. You forward, you down. Oh, okay, this is getting a little weird. I'm starting to see some strange things here. I'm not sure how I feel about it. This is starting to look like Squidward. God, they're kind of ugly looking. They're kind of really gross looking. The more I'm looking at this, the more I'm like, I do not like The Simpsons. They just look bizarre. If I go like that... Yeah, just something's really uncanny here. And I'm sure that's the point, right? I'm sure that's what they were going for, and good for them for succeeding. But like, man, I don't like it. This looks terrible. I liked it so much up until I started doing the beard. Oh, it's kind of gross. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We got to stick with it. This has got to be our guy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the nose. And why it's not connecting, I don't understand. I think it's because of this. So let's actually delete this face. There we go. Oh, this is kind of revolting. I'm starting to get, like, upset myself. Is that a Squidward? It certainly feels like it. What is happening on the inside of this thing? Let's turn off the subdivision real quick. Oh, I overdid my, Aha, I see. Not sure how that happened. We'll make sure those merge. All of this stuff is merging very weirdly. Okay, cool. So if I come back and we go back to this. Ugh. His nose is like a little stub. So we should probably be a little bit more mindful to, like, make the nose kind of small. Although there is a crease here. Oh, I'm seeing it. The crease came over with it. That's what it is. So I'm gonna Control E, Shift E, remove the crease to 0. And now we can grab it, pop it down. There we go. Oh, he's awful. He's awful looking. Okay, okay. How much time do we have? We have 20 minutes. Let's get with it. We have 20 minutes. Why is this connecting so weirdly? There's an inner part. What is that inner part? What is that? Why is there two parts here? It's because there's a surface right there. Okay, so we can cut this guy right here. And it should have solved that problem. Yep, perfect. Okay, cool. So we just got a dude. He's got an Adam's apple, which I don't love, but I know why it's happening, and it's fine. We'll keep it. Okay, so let's go ahead and round out the head just a little bit. SY. And now I'm going to grab all of this head, and we're going to pop it up, and we're going to E it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. What have you made me do? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and Mr. Blockhead. It's what it feels like. We're gonna give him just a little curly Q on top. In fact, let me go ahead and do this. Inset. It is getting somewhere. It's just also really disturbing me. I think there's a reason The Simpsons has not been rendered in 3D. Just gonna put that out as like a little hunch, I think. Okay, so we're gonna boom, boom, 2, 1, pop you, no, last, and last. And now we take the whole thing and we pop you and we push you down. That's my hair. Or should I do it like that? That looks so weird. Oh, I know how to make hair. Oh, I got it. I know what I'm doing. I somehow know what I'm doing. I don't know why, but I know what I'm doing. We're gonna pop in a little guy right here. I'm gonna grab all of this, and we're going to undo our guys, and we're going to grab these guys, undo them. I'll return to doing some blending myself tomorrow. Did you take a break for any particular reason, or what started that? What got you taking a break? Okay, check this out. So we're here. And then I'm going to grab you. And we're going to pull you to the merge point. Come on. There you go. Same thing on the back. Graduating. That's excellent. Good on you. That's a good reason to take a break. Okay, you know what? To-do talk. I never figured out how to pronounce your name. A lot of frogs. Yeah, we made some frogs earlier. Now we're making a cursed 3D Simpsons character. Thanks to Fun Pro Gamer. It's awful. It's awful. Oh, it's awful. Okay. You know what? I can bevel this. I can bevel that a little bit. And we can look. We can have a little guy. Oh, God. It's so bad. Oh, I went too high concept with it, for sure. Okay, you know what? It is what it is. We need to fix some of this geometry. Like that needs to combine. That needs to combine. Don't worry, mine is haunted as well. I am very excited to see yours. Will yours be done by 5? Okay, let's look with some X-ray and see where we can kind of solve this problem a little bit. Maybe. I would love to show it off on stream. If you can have it done by 5, I'll be able to show it off on stream. We'll all get to, like, revel in the beauty of this. We got a talk to do? Okay, oh, I just thought of a question. Okay, I got a question for everyone. When I was watching my, like, how to stream videos yesterday, one of the things that showed up was, like, you need to have a question of a day, which I don't really agree with that, but I have one now. I have a really good question of the day. So for this last 10 minutes while I make this cursed thing, to get our minds off of it, please, humor me. If you could revive anyone to give a TED Talk, just one TED Talk, and then they're gone, who would you revive for a TED Talk? This is awful. Buddha? Buddha's a very good answer. I very much appreciate the Buddha answer. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and slice the legs up, and we're gonna make some shoes, and then we're done. I'm done with this thing. I don't want to see it anymore. It's freaking me out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop on another one of these. We're going to bring it in. That's a hard question. That's the point. Gotta be challenged. That was the fastest I've ever made a shoe. I'm pretty proud of that. Just like that. Okay, so we got some shoes. Nice and easy. Super easy shoes. Jane Amos Kominski. I have no idea who that is, but they sound remarkable. They have the coolest name on earth, that's for sure. Oh, I see this. Get rid of these guys. Should solve a lot of those little problems right there. Okay, cool. You know what? I'm sick of this little face right here. We're gonna do the face a little bit better. Because the face just looks awful. He's just gonna have a normal face. I don't want this. We're gonna dissolve those edges. I honestly don't need any of these edges anymore, but we'll just keep it as is for now. There's no way I'm gonna do like facial hair on this character, so we're just gonna call it right there. And we're gonna go back to our subsurface, and he looks infinitely better without that. The guy who pioneered education as we know it today. Man, I would love to see what they think of the world right now. That's a cool answer. That's a really cool answer. Good on you. Okay, so now I gotta do the really upsetting, annoying thing. So let's do this as fast as humanly possible. Let's go to nodes. We're gonna go to world settings, change our settings over to Overcast Cliffs. And now I gotta do this very fast. So we're gonna go to object settings. We got slot 1. This is gonna be skin. Slot 2 is going to be shoes. Don't the Simpsons have their mouth connected to their head directly to their neck? Yeah. I tried to make that, but I just sort of ran out of time. But I gave it an attempt. Okay, so we're gonna call this... In fact, I can do it on this layer right now while we're waiting. Okay, so this is gonna be... shoes. Assign. Okay, now next. This one's gonna be pants. And we're gonna click off. We're gonna click onto you. And that's our pants done. We're gonna hit assign, and we're gonna make a new one. This one's called shirt. Click off. Click on. You. That works. That's pretty good right there. Okay, all of this, this. And this. That is shirt done. I believe. Nope. There we go. That's shirt done. So I'm gonna hit assign on shirt. And then we want the hair. And the hair is the part that I like the least, but it's the part that I will do. Oh, I have to add something to the hair. I forgot. I have to add my little curl to my hair, but we'll get there. So boom, 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 boom. That's hair done. Assign. Okay, so if we go back into rendered view, and I get off of this, and we shade smooth, and we put on our subsurface, he's got some holes in him. I don't know where that came from. We should be able to say that your hair will be purple. Oh no! And why does it look like that? Strange. Oh, I clicked it wrong. Okay, well, too bad. His hair and his shirt are gonna be the same. Pants should be blue. That's perfect. Shoes should be brown or orange is fine. Skin should be yellow. That's gonna be the one that we have to nail down. I didn't give him fingers, my bad. Do they have eyes? Of course they have eyes. What do their eyes look like? They're big balls. Okay. Let's give them some eyes real quick. Add icosphere 4. We're gonna pull that icosphere on up. This is gonna be terrible. I'm running out of time. Sure. Sure. That's what he looks like. No problem. Oh, it's awful. We're gonna mirror based on the cube. Okay, cool. So now we got skin. Skin tone, very rough. No sheen, no clear coat. Probably just exactly like this. Let's get the Simpsons color perfect. It's a little bit more orange than this. It's right about there. I think that's about perfect. Okay. Now let's do the shoes. The shoes are gonna be like a really dark brown. They're gonna be decently shiny. I could use a toon shader if I wanted to. I'm not going to. I thought we would get past stream without sneezing today. I was wrong. I was wrong. Okay. So we're here. Now we're going to go to pants. Pants are going to be very rough. They're going to be... We're going to make denim. We're going to make denim real fast. Okay, denim is this color, and it is that color. And denim is a bunch of little tiny cross latches, which the easiest way I know how to do it is probably through a checker. So we will checker it like 200 times. Not half bad. Maybe 150 so we can at least keep a little bit of the effect showing. Perfect. Next up, we got the hair and the... Hello? Oh, there it is. Okay, the hair and the shirt. Both will be brownish. Because I got brownish hair. Going to bed now. Yeah, have yourself a good night. Take it easy. This got bad quick. This got bad real quick. This got away from us. I guess we'll just go ahead and add a subsurface to it. Why not? Oh, man. I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I hate that it has assigned... Oh, it assigned... I understand. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay, that will be assigned to hair. Yes, assigned to hair. This guy will be assigned to skin. And I'm going to redo the shirt once more. Okay, Simo is done in chat, which means I gotta be done soon. I was not looking at the clock. But I'm just gonna go ahead and finish. So let's go back to our subsurface. Honestly, I don't know why he's got throat nodes. But while we're finishing up here, I will go ahead and just throw him into texture paint. We will... Where am I looking? Where am I looking? Texture paint. Image editor. Oh, it's a different surface. Okay, we can't do that. You did only the head? That's probably a smarter play. It's probably a much smarter play. That's probably a much smarter play now that I'm looking at what I'm doing right now. There he is. He's beautiful. All right, I'm 1 minute over. I gotta call it. That's as good as I can do in 30 minutes. That was hard. That was really tough. He's pretty good. I want to fix his chest, but I don't think I can. I wish he didn't look like this. I wish he didn't have, like, holes inside of him. Oh, did I copy him? Oh, I made 2 of him. Why'd I do that? There we go. There's 1 hole fixed. And just for my own sake, I'm gonna fix this last one. I know I shouldn't be doing it, but I am. Because I'm greedy. Why can't I grab it? Is that not a thing? Okay, I can't grab it. Never mind. He looks kind of sad. He seems sad. I like that he has 1 eye as well. That's a good touch. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save him as one of my quick sketches. And we're gonna call this Simpsons Me. And boy, can't wait to use this. My save file went away. Hold on. Blender? Hold on, something weird is happening. Simpson. That was weird. It wouldn't save my file. Okay, now we're good. Cool. Let's show off CMOS. And then I'm gonna take a quick break. Maybe I won't take a break. I want to double check that my sound settings just work. So maybe we won't break. We'll just go straight to it. Let's show off CMOS. Also, is my sound any better? Because I changed my settings and my mic is peaking a lot better than it used to. Can you make a pit of fire for this? What do you mean? Oh, to throw it in? Yeah, absolutely. Yours is so good! Yours is crazy good. It is crazy good. Oh, it's amazing. It's wonderful. Well done. Well done. Well done. That looks The skin color is off, but other than that, I got no complaints for this thing. It's perfect. Okay, cool. So you're gonna see my face for a couple of seconds while I load up. Yeah, it's not that green on my screen. Weird. I think my settings are a little strange on this monitor. Oh wait, you wouldn't see my monitor. What am I talking about? Alright, so you're gonna stare at this haunted man for just a sec while I load up my Steam, and I'm gonna say goodbye to the Blender part of the YouTube video. Ciao.